He lost an eye battling terrorists in Afghanistan. Now Congressman from Texas, Dan Crenshaw, recovering from an emergency eye surgery to save a detached retina.
Well, here with an update and his first live interview since the surgery, Texas GOP Congressman and former Navy SEAL Dan Crenshaw. Good morning to you, Congressman.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Good to be with y'all.
How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing okay. You know, this was a bit unexpected, but I think a lot of people don't realize that, you know, they see me in public and they see that I've obviously got the patch over the right eye. But what a lot of people don't realize is that the left eye was badly damaged in that blast. And I've gone through many surgeries to get it back to some sense of normalcy. I use a very specific one-of-a-kind lens to get correctable vision on my left eye. And there was always a chance that something was going to happen again. I got to say, I thought we were out of the woods. We were always worried that the retina might detach because I'd had retina surgery on that eye before. But, you know, almost 10 years later, we didn't necessarily think I'd be back face down, living in darkness again like I was in 2012. It's interesting, if people have read my book, Fortitude, you know, the first chapter is Perspectives from Darkness. And everybody always asks me, what's that like, laying face down with this gas bubble in your eye for that long? And I just didn't think I'd have to live through it again. But look, I'm really lucky. I would call this my third surgical miracle with this eye. The surgeons were worried this retina would keep falling apart. And it just turned out that years of scar tissue buildup had eventually started to detach it. Yeah. And, you know, a few weeks ago, I just noticed my vision closing in. Went to see a doc, and they said you needed emergency surgery to put the retina back.
Yeah. So Dan, what is the prognosis? You hope to gradually get the vision back? Can you see anything right now?
So the way I describe my vision right now, I would say put on a dive mask, cover up the right side, of course, and then fill the left side of it with sort of a bubble bath solution, and then rub the outer lens with Vaseline. So I can kind of see, I mean, I can kind of get around, but that's what it looks like. As that bubble dissipates, so they put this gas bubble in your eye, which acts as a Band-Aid on your retina, because the reason you face down for a while, and luckily I only had to do that for 7 days, but the reason you do that is so the gas presses up against your retina and holds it in place while it heals. And but then that gas, maybe it no longer serves a purpose after those 7 days, but it also doesn't go away for about 6 weeks. So I can't travel for 6 weeks until this gas bubble is gone. And I can't really see very well either, but we're optimistic that I'll get back to some sense of normalcy. And for me, normal means I can correct my really bad vision, hopefully back to 2020, the way it was before, you know. You know, I may fake it, meaning I don't have a lens in my eye at all. So when you get a cataract, your lens is clouded over, it's destroyed. A lot of people get a new lens, an artificial lens back in their eye. I can't do that because of all the damage. So I've always lived without a lens, which means that without any glasses, without any contacts, I usually just see shapes and colors. That's my normal state. Again, a lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people think I've just got a good old normal eye, my left eye, but that's actually never been true. So we've always been dealing with this. It's actually nothing new for us.
Well, it's terrible. You know, my wife famously had eye cancer, so I know so much about the eye. You're talking about the lens on the front, but it's the retina on the back where the field of vision, your center of vision is, and that's what detached, and that's why you couldn't see anything. But and I know last week, Congressman, you actually attended a hearing because you didn't need to see what was going on. You only needed to hear what's going on. But and that day you said, you know, when you go to war, sometimes this is what happens.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You know, don't feel that bad for us. This is an all-volunteer force. Guys like me who raise our right hand and we choose to go to war. I've been asking to go to war, since I was a teenager, and I wanted to be a Navy SEAL. So, you know, my wife and I talk about this a lot. We've been through a lot of trying times, and I don't think anyone I know, including us, would ever change anything. I don't think we'd change anything for the world. Wouldn't change any of our experiences. They make you stronger. They give you perspective. And this is just yet another obstacle that reminds you of that perspective. You know, there's a lot of people who are going through much worse things than you. That's a truth, I think, that Americans can can rely on to stiffen their spines sometimes and in trying times. And we have a lot of those trying times, whatever that may be. So no, don't feel bad for us. We can get through this. I'm pretty good at adapting. My wife has been great, just here helping me out where I need help. And I also see no reason why we can't do our official duties. Yeah, I've been back to doing hearings again for a while now. You know, didn't miss a beat when it comes to official duties. Still stayed off social media. You know, it's a little hard to keep up with that when you can't see exactly what's going on. But frankly, you know, that's a blessing. I would recommend everybody stays off social media.
No kidding.
And just stay out of the political fray and maybe catch up on your reading. You know, for me, those are audio books, but, you know, read about 10 different audio books and you know, really just gotten to take a step back. But we're doing everything we need to do. And I think I'll be back to some sense of normalcy in a few weeks as this bubble goes down and I can see a little bit better, get around a little bit better. And, you know, we'll be back to normal in no time, back to traveling in 3 to 4 weeks, I think. And, you know, back to planning that 4th of July party that I promised everybody.
Well, we'll see if you get permission to have it.
Yeah, real quickly, how can we pray for you specifically?
Oh, look, just pray for me to have the patience to get through this and patience and the strength.
And that retina heals.
I would appreciate it.
All right, God bless you and
Thank
your
you.
wife.
All right,
Well,
Dan.
thank you all for having me. Great to be back
and
with
thanks
you.
for telling your story because everyone was concerned about it, but don't want to bother you. But Dan Crenshaw up and back to work. Thanks, Dan.